Guys, thanks for joining me. You may hear some people talking in the background. I do not have control over that. I want to get back to this amazing book. How long did it take me to finish this book? I finished this book in about, I want to say 7 to 9 days. And I did it in about 15 to 20-minute increments. Not reading fast because I really want to absorb it. So I just made sure I read it really slow. Anywho, it was such a great read that I decided to share it with everybody who's interested. So let's get back to this, okay? I don't know what number video you've already read, but this is going to be video number 4. We are getting into the law of assumption, and also self-concept, and magnetism. Yeah. So let me get back to where I was. So the last page number that I read was page 8. So I've kind of skimmed over some things here. Let's just jump right in, guys. Let's jump right in. All right. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to start from here because this video is very important to me. The yellow highlights represent the pieces that I just think are amazing. Okay, let's read. Man's chief delusion is his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness. All that befalls a man, all that is done by him, all that comes from him, happens as a result of his state of consciousness. A man's consciousness is all that he thinks and desires and loves, all that he believes is true and consents to. Very interesting to me. That is why a change of consciousness is necessary before you can change your outer world. Rain falls as a result of a change in the temperature in the higher regions of the atmosphere. So, in like manner, a change of circumstance happens as a result of a change in your state of consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. To be transformed, the whole basis of your thoughts must change. But your thoughts cannot change unless you have new ideas. For you think from your ideas. I love that so much I highlighted it. To be transformed, the whole basis of your thoughts must change. But your thoughts cannot change unless you have new ideas. For you think from your ideas. Amazing. Amazing. And that is why we used to believe back in like the 90s and stuff that, changing your environment is the thing. But he's saying you just have to change your thoughts, Okay, let's keep going. All transformation begins with an intense, burning desire to be transformed. The first step in the renewing of the mind is desire. You must want to be different and intend to be before you can begin to change yourself. Then you must make your future dream a present fact. Do this by assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Yes, that does work actually. I believe it works. For as long as I've been able to hold on to it, it works. But yes, desire is definitely a key factor. By desiring to be other than what you are, you can create an ideal of the person you want to be and assume that you are already that person. If this assumption is persisted in until it becomes your dominant feeling, the attainment of your ideal is inevitable. I want to read that again. If this assumption is persisted in until it becomes your dominant feeling, the attainment of your ideal is inevitable. That's so interesting to me. Let's keep going. I have to keep track of the time here. Okay. All right. Let's see. The ideal you hope to achieve is already, the ideal you hope to achieve is always ready for an incarnation. But unless you yourself offer it human parentage, it is incapable of birth. Yeah. Therefore, your attitude should be one in which, having desired to express a higher state, you alone accept the task of incarnating this new and greater value of yourself. Trust me, nobody understands this more than me. I understand this. I mean, I could say something very profound, which would make you not forget me, and I would hope that you would subscribe. But then again, for some people, they might not be able to handle it, so I won't say it. I'll just read that again. It says, therefore, your attitude should be one in which, having desire to express a higher state, something better, you alone accept the task of incarnating this new and greater value of yourself. Oh yeah, I totally understand that. In giving birth to your ideal, you must bear in mind that the methods of mental and spiritual knowledge are entirely different. You must bear in mind that the methods of mental and spiritual knowledge are entirely different. Oh, really? Okay. This is a point that is truly understood. This is a point that is truly understood by probably not more than one person in a million. This is a point that is truly understood by probably not more than one person in a million. In giving birth to your ideal, you must bear in mind that the methods of mental and spiritual knowledge are entirely... Yeah, okay. Okay, well, I highlighted the next thing, so let's see what it says. It's been about a week since I read this. Give me a sec, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. So I want to make sure that you can hear me. Let's get back into this because it was getting so good, right? So next it says, you know a thing mentally by looking at it from the outside, by comparing it with other things, by analyzing it and defining it, by thinking of it. Whereas you can know a thing spiritually only by becoming it, only by thinking from it. Yep, this is all making sense. This is all making a lot of sense. You must be the thing itself and not merely talk about it or look at it. You must be like the moth in search of his idol, the flame, who spurred with true desire, plunging at once into the sacred fire, folded his wings within, till he became one color and one substance with the flame. He only knew the flame who in it burned, and only he could tell who near to tell returned. I have no idea what that was. Next, back to the book, guys. Just as the moth in his desire to know the flame was willing to destroy himself, so must you in becoming a new person by willing to die to present yourself. Now this is interesting. There's people who are sensitive out there who are not going to like that part of the book, but I understand what this is. This is like you accept nothing else. It's either that's it. There's no plan B. Like that's it. It makes sense to me. You must be conscious of being healthy if you are to know what health is. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Let's keep going. Okay. Therefore, to incarnate a new and greater value of yourself, you must assume that you already are what you want to be, and then you live by faith in this assumption. Oh yeah. Which is not yet incarnate in the body of your life, in confidence that this new value or state of consciousness will become incarnated through your absolute fidelity to the assumption that you are that which you desire to be. You know, this makes a lot of sense to me. Because I'm going to make a comment, then I'm going to start a new video. Whatever you are, it's actually about your thoughts, okay? If you can get your thoughts right, if you can convince yourself enough, I will say, that you are what it is that you want to be, then you will be that in your consciousness, just like this book says. You will be that in your thoughts. And once you are what you want to be in your thoughts, there isn't really any going back. Once you've truly convinced yourself, like, this is it, there's no other you, then that's it. You will, even just through your consciousness alone, force your world to change its concept or perception of you based on your your behavior, your thoughts, the things you like, things you don't like, the things that you prefer. And let me tell you where it really shows up and how it starts to manifest itself in manifestation. It is in your standards. It is in your standards or in your preferences, you can say. This literally happened to me. I literally was saying that I am a blank, blank, blank. And after a few days, I was presented with a choice. And, I could have accepted the first one that was offered to me, but I knew what it was. And I was like, oh, really? And it was easy. I would have arrived at my destination in 15 minutes. Okay, no need for any car or anything. I could just walk. But when I thought back to who I was in that moment, I thought, yeah, no. And like I said, I will tell that story. Okay, guys, I'll be back.